So good afternoon. So I'm from Four Dimensions. We are a retail experience design company. So the topic is crafting retail spaces for unique customer journeys. So we're looking at a customer now who's pretty complex in terms of their expectations of experience, right? Choice is one that they look for. They look for information. They are digitally native. They're connected. They look at experience, personalized, memorable experiences. And of course, they're responsible. Though we might think that they're not so in India, but you'll be surprised how important being sustainable is in the Indian market. So when you look at this set of needs for a customer, the journey now for them needs to be as good as the destination. I think that's what differentiates physical retail from online retail. It's the in-person experience in the store. So what I have here is five learnings, five types of customer journeys, and the kind of retail design interventions that we have taken up. So the first one is head-to-toe outfitting for urban outdoors. Brand like Wildcraft, they were into only outdoor gear, and then they moved to outdoor head-to-toe experience for the customer. The stores, and for the younger customer. So if you look at the interpretation of the store design, even the front facade, you see a pixelated kind of a facade from being a typically, it is about a forest, woody forest kind of a graphic that was interpreted, but we used a pixelated design to make it look a lot more futuristic and modern. And inside the store, using visual merchandising, we could bring in a lot of coordinated displays of all the products across different points in the store. You'd also look at the kind of highlighting of special trending products, a lot of graphics to help customers make informed decisions. And then the cash counter is made a little different, much more compact because of technology that's been used. So it's kind of a island cash counter, leaving space on the back for an omni-channel screen. And they had launched also luggage, so bringing all that together. So we could kind of deliver using retail design, principles of retail design to deliver this kind of a customer journey. Second is preparing for the joy of modern travel. Luggage has gone through a huge shift in terms of the buying expectations in the store. And this is a brand we loved working for, Mokobara, that is looking at disrupting the way luggage is bought by the younger travelers, urban travelers. So look at the kind of interventions in visual merchandising, the store design, the communication, the graphics on the floor. I mean, this is something that completely made this luggage, the brand, much memorable in the retail, very highly cluttered retail space. So they have their own followings. Of course, all this coordinated with their social media, very active social media. What they did on social media helped them to stand out from the rest of the brands. So various interventions. So the trick here was to bring density of merchandise onto the wall and use the floor space more for experience and to highlight special products that they had in the store. So this is the Mokobara store. And you would see also the way they mirror. So there were a lot of talking points across the store where the customer would, so the whole store actually was Instagrammable. So the whole idea was that so they would share, and you see a lot of this across different social media platforms. Next is co-creating beautiful art and culture stories. As we look at a lot of commoditization of products, democratized price points, but we're also looking at the other end, which is very luxury, curated merchandise, like this Tulips, which does luxury furnishings. And here we celebrated actually art and culture right from the entrance to the store. What you see here is, you can't see the sewing machine for some reason, but there's a sewing machine there. That's where the founder started the whole journey. And even if you see all the graphics in the other picture that you see are all embroidered. So, and the whole store was also built around a central karigar's studio right in the middle, and right around that karigar studio, we had all the other craft stories presented in the store. So this is another journey which the customer is looking for, discovering different craft stories in the store, and finally getting it customized in the studio right in the middle of the store. Making participative hands-on decision, that's something which we learned while doing the Somany store. Sorry, it's completely black here almost. I hope you can see that. Yeah, there are digital screens on the left-hand side. Yes, you can see that there is real material of like wood or stone, and along with that there were the tiles which were created, inspired from the real material. So people could actually touch the real material and touch the tiles. Helped a hands-on personal experience to be able to understand the offerings in the store, testimonies of different influencers, and there was this, we also brought in lifestyle by using this tap bar and interactive showers, which could be operated from a digital console. And one good thing we did was we understood that tile is as good as it is laid. So we did what we call as a tile master's table, in which customers could actually, in the journey, come and actually check how a tile is cut. They would be taught how a tile is cut, so that they would be able to appreciate the kind of merchandise that the store sold. So at all points, so there were also these gondolas in the center which enabled matching tiles, and there were floor spaces given where you could match tiles. And even the discussion table, if you see the drawers which are below there, also enabled you to tiles that you have selected to keep it there so that you could have a meaningful discussion. The last is experiential selection of product solutions, and this is for the AIS Glass. So they had 4 or 5 properties of glass: heat, heat resistant, sound resistant, waterproof, and so on. So we did all that by creating this little, this is only a 2,500 square feet store. So we had these pockets where we built, if you see that there's like a skyline, that's a little chamber in which we had induced traffic sound, and somebody opened the door, you could hear the sound, shut the door, and the sound would get blocked by the door. And there was a meter inside and outside, which decibel meter, which would show the difference in sound. And so that's something we did. And also, yeah, and you could also do a lot of discovery of the products using QR codes. And if you see there, even water. So with the console, you could enable jet of water to be sprayed onto the window, and you could see, customers could see that it is water resistant. And a little garden area which showed heat resistance, and using again technology, one could see the heat inside and outside. And finally, there was a design studio which in which you could either physically look at I don't know how strong the glass was, or you could also look at once you select the kind of frames in the glass, you could actually visualize it using VR. So that was also enabled in the store. So these were the 5, and a cafe, of course. The dwell time being more than 1.5 hours, we decided that it's very important that we have a cafe too there. Quickly about 4D. So 4Dimensions, we are over 2 decades, been in this business of retail experience design, 200 plus clients across 6 countries, 60 plus multidisciplinary retail experience design, right from architecture to graphics and visual merchandising and technology too. And we deliver over 600 projects every year. Some of the corporate clientele, these are the brands that we work with, and also regional. I think it's very important that we also connect with the regional. They have their own requirements. These are stores up to 160,000 square feet. It could be from 2,000 to 160,000 square feet. Yeah. And we won a lot of awards in India and overseas across different platforms for many years. Yeah. Thank you. That's all I have. And we are in booth number B20. So I'm happy if you could come and chat with us, or we are around here, or you could call us up too. Thank you very much. Yeah.